All right, friends, this is the Iron Horse 266, and it's a scary, scary machine. I love running it. It's one of my favorite saws to run. Full house, hand file, Sister C.
Hey, good morning, everybody. We're just actually jumping in Myrtle and heading off down to see the Essential Craftsman. Old Myrtle's gonna get her box fixed up in the back there. We're gonna put a bed down in there. He's got some oak logs. But anyway, friends, that is an Iron Horse 266. I've had it for years, and it is a glorious saw. So I'm just gonna share this with you, and I hope you're having a great day. And remember, no matter what you got going on in your life, God don't give you nothing you can't handle. So just remember that. Don't puff up. Don't shrink down. You're standing on sacred ground. I love that saying. And I love you. So friends, this is the size of wood that, it's knee high. So the long bar is wonderful here. Obviously, you can do both. You can do everything. You can stand up and buck. You can dig the dogs in. You can do the whole gamut here, like I do. It's just nice size wood to buck. Believe it or not, people would always say to me, "Why is your bar so long? We can do this. We can do that." Well, I know you can. I do. I know you can. I've seen you do it, and I can do this because you've seen me do it. So now we know each other can do different things. Let's carry on doing those. But here's the thing. As soon as the wood gets 6 inches round and 10 inches round and it's lying on the ground and you don't have a contract with some tractor company coming in, lifting and holding your logs for you to buck the firewood, and it's on the ground, that's when you need to know your filing game and you need to know how to stand up and buck if you want to have any longevity in this game. Being bent over, I can't do it now. Friends, I can't. I can do it for a very short time. So I will forever teach and explain to people that to learn to stand up and buck, first what has to happen is you need to learn how to file a power saw that you can pull. The saw has to pull from your hands ever so slightly so that you can stand there and it will pull into the wood. If you're not pulling into the wood, you're not standing up and bucking, and you're just not going to enjoy your game. There's a lot to it, but it's more about the filing than anything. So friends, I see a lot of this East Coast, West Coast stuff going on the internet. I've never partaken in it. You see it on other channels, you know, the long bar, short bar thing. And it's unfortunate in my mind because we're from different areas. Fallers out here use long bars. Doesn't matter what they're doing. Cutting firewood. Tree workers use a shorter bar than a faller usually. And East Coast guys use bigger power heads and shorter bars. Their wood is harder, and you know they're cutting the hardwood. They're making these low stumps because mainly it's skidder logging. Like it's all understandable to someone like myself who's in the game, but to kibitz back and forth, I know it's humorous and it's fun sometimes, but I don't care what I don't care if you got a 12-inch bar. You know the feeling when you get to run a power saw. And that's what we should be rejoicing in. Not long bar, short bar, hardwood, softwood garbage.
I can't even believe that saw. So now, this wood, friends, believe it or not, I think people are mistaken. Even though this is straight grain fir, okay, it's straight grain fir, and I'm gonna smack it right in that crack. That's where I'm going for it, okay? I know this wood. I know it, okay? I've been splitting it my whole life. See what happens? So, malls work. They work. But they're just so heavy. So I use the malls, friends, for big stuff. And then what I do is I grab an axe that works in my species. And this happens to be the wood bullet. And it's so much lighter, and it's got such a sharp profile that you end up, you can do so much with it. Let me just put it that way. Okay, so everybody's wood is different. Hear that? They don't get much straighter than that. But this wood bullet, I also have a longer handle for this axe. I have another one. Well, I got about 5 wood bullets. And yeah, so I've been very, very pleased with the wood bullet. People ask me, well, how about in hardwood? Well, I'm hearing from people that have it that they love it. It's not a maul, and it's not a, like here it is here. Okay, here's the same tool. Look at this bark, friend. Look at this bark, friends. Look at this. You know how much heat that bark throws? A lot. So you've got that option, or you've got this. Okay? I recommend that. I missed. I kind of recommend that instead of this. This will work too, but I don't know. I don't know your wood. I know my wood. So for me to tell you how to split your wood doesn't make any sense. But I've actually got a longer handled bullet, and I like it, I can almost say a little better. But not everybody's going to want a heavy or a longer handled bullet. So we went with, and remember friends, I do a lot of my splitting on the ground, okay? So that's why, like, well here, let me do it this way. Let me not do it this way. Yeah, I just don't do it. There we go. This is where a lot of people live, right here, okay? And so they should, because it splits easier. So when you're on a chopping block, it kind of makes sense to have a shorter handle a little bit, right? Right? Now, here's another one. If I was to just go at this, I'd probably go on the outside. Like this. This bark this means this tree was standing dead.
Oh my. It's a very nice day. Friends, the sun is out. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Friends, this wood is not easy, or pardon me, it's not hard splitting firewood. You can see it's straight grain. This is primo firewood. For anybody around here, they wait for this stuff. They look for these dead snags. This is ideal firewood. The bark's fallen off it. It's been standing, so it's dead bone dry, and oh, it's beautiful. It's ready for the stove. I can't wait to get back from visiting the Essential Craftsman, and I got to get in there and get some of that wood out of there and into my shed. So, friends, this is just what I do. I upload this because this is what I'm doing. You know, the comments come in about oh, that's softwood. Yes, you're correct. That Douglas fir is a softwood. You're right. And this axe will work in anything that you know how to split. If you know how to split firewood, it'll split any firewood. It's 5 pounds, little over 5 pounds. It is a glorious, glorious axe. And it took me a long time to get this pattern down so that if you hit the wood and it didn't split the wood, that it would just pop right out. That was actually a main focus of mine. So, I mean, to be able to flick the wood around and grab it and move it over and stuff, that was another key point. So you still need it to be sharp, but you can't have it get stuck. There was a lot went into this axe, and we nailed her. We nailed her. It's a beautiful tool. So anyways, this is not hard splitting wood, but it is the absolute primo firewood.
I kind of like to use the axe to do the work. You don't have to wreck your axes, friends. Do you guys know what I mean by that? Right?
I'm so grateful, friends, that I'm healing and I'm able to do this still. It's a big part of my life. Now, this is the end of the video. It is very hot out here right now. I'm just working a very slow pace today out there in this video. It's hot, and we're just pacing ourselves out there, doing a few hours in the sun, going home, coming back, and just working away at this. We got Vartan. If you're watching, Vartan, we love you, buddy.
Nice
It gets
standing
wet
deck.
in here soon, Vartan, so we're trying to clean this up and then get back to you, brother.
So
Love you. Work hard, be honest, and be kind, friends.